Hello and welcome to ARCA. We are here at Darlington this week. Very excited. Love Darlington. Always a lot of fun to drive here. And I guess what we're going to find out here is if it's fun to drive in ARCA. Because, well, I think it's still going to be fun to drive the car, but are we going to have ourselves a clean race? Are guys going to be as willing to just give up positions and such like you typically do at Darlington? That is a question we have yet to answer. So we're going to try to get ourselves a good qualifying position, see if we can't try to get in front of anything, and hopefully have ourselves a good race. We've got a strong field in this one, which you would hope would help. About 4,500 strength of field here on Monday night. Barrett's in here, so good luck to him. Says he's going to be starting in the back. I bet there's plenty of spots he could earn from Rex coming up, so not such a terrible idea as the I think he's the 20 car. I could definitely see that. We are the number 6 in this one, so I guess we'll try to beat our car number here today, but I think just getting out of here with a clean race car will be a pretty good feat. Car feeling pretty good. The car felt really tight in practice, but that felt like it gripped up a little bit.
Just done a 28.92.
Yeah, that felt pretty good. Alright, got ourselves a decent first lap there. I think the track must be cooler to get ourselves a better lap right there. We'll see if we can't improve that time at all.
That was a 29.00.
Looks like everybody's running a little bit faster.
New fastest lap for Bryant, 28.91.
Put the hammer down and through 3 and 4 with that extra grip we've found. And hopefully that will be a good lap. I think the second lap is going to be faster once the tires are up to temp a little bit more. We'll see what that 28.8 can do. In fact, it's looking like we get faster every lap that we do here, because I already got a best sector right there through 1 and 2. Oh wow, we got ourselves a tie right now for the pole. Just barely beating out the number 3, it looks like. Oof. Had a higher entry to 1 there just to see what would happen, and the wall is what happened. So maybe don't do that so much. I know in real life they started moving up the track a little bit on the entry to turn 1, I believe. Don't know if there is anything to that on the iRacing side of things, but right there it just got me in the wall. So maybe not so much. So we just barely get the pole at the moment over the 3. The timer does go beyond the 1,000th marker, even though we can't see it, so we must have beat him by a 10,000th, which, you know, it's just that extra little bit of skill I put in there. I'm just kidding. I can't even pretend. Is it a 3-way tie now? Oh my god, I've never seen that before. That's amazing. That's so funny. Look at that. That's awesome. The 9 just put a lap in. He just tied for the pole and has to start P3. I'm sure that kind of sucks. That's really funny. Anybody else want to tie with a 28.878? I guess you could say it's probably going to be a pretty equal race, pretty even race here if we're all going to be hitting the same exact freaking lap time. That's pretty awesome. How many more we got waiting to put their times in? We got the 5. They've got a 2x here in qualifying. They must have hit the wall at some point, but they just finished up. No time entered. Anybody else we're waiting on? Waiting on the 17. They also have a 2x. Barrett hanging out. So we will wait another 23 seconds or so and then be ready to go. But we've got ourselves a pretty strong equal field, apparently. 28.878, all tied here at the top. I believe this is the second race of the week for ARCA. Because I think they had one at, like, I don't know, 7:30 or 7:45 or whatever already. I could be wrong. Started the week with
That's
some
the end of the session.
SRX, and that
You're
was
on
pretty
pole. Well
fun.
done.
We will hold on to the pole. That's a great start. And with a track like this, I think I'm pretty happy to be able to hold on to that. So we will... We'll try to hold on to that the best we can. I think the track position is going to be important, but we also have to keep that right front on it as well. So it's going to be an interesting balancing act, trying to keep that track position, but not rip that right front off as well. Because even though it felt like it had a little bit more turn there in qualifying, here in the race session, I do think it's still going to get on the right front pretty bad. So,
You're in
all
pole.
right,
All right, Colton. We expected you
getting into
well
the
here.
car,
Go. Take
40
it to
laps
5.
upcoming here.
Up on the
3.
inside. Pit road
I think
is
that's
closed.
plenty of time for the tires to matter. At least
Estimated
a
strength
bit.
of field is
There's that big strength of field.
4,107.
At least I could say I got the pole, no matter what happens next.
The DNF today would hurt our points a lot.
I'm gonna have to watch out because I think those guys know how tough it's gonna be able to pass, and they might try to get the track position right away. And I don't want to give that up. I want to take what we earned here and hopefully translate it into a good finish. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull off a victory, especially with such strong drivers in this field. But I think if we can pull off a top 5, that would be awesome. But just getting ready here, just about to start rolling. Everyone's gridded. Very excited. Love Darlington. Let's hope it loves me back.
This is a rolling start.
Hopefully the drivers can show each other a little bit of love and not just free-wide it into every corner. You just really can't get away with that at Darlington. And that's what a lot of the ARCA races end up looking like with the modern ARCA car. A lot of draft and three-wide racing. But I just don't think that's going to work too well here. So it could end up messy. Just gotta hope that I can stay out of that, out of the issue. I'm gonna go pretty early, I think, trying to get clear by the time we get to turn 1. I don't know if Barrett was trying to say something, I couldn't hear him.
Good luck, Bolton.
Thanks, man. Good luck. Okay, so getting started.
About to go green. Stay focused.
Good luck to everybody in this race. Might need it.
Goes off.
The restart zone, so we're just gonna go. Thankfully able to get a pretty solid jump. So far so good. Are they all surviving back there? Do want to try to take it a little bit easier through 3 and 4. I think that's where a lot of tire wear can come from if we're not careful. We've got a little bit of a gap at the moment, so
That's smart. Turn down right in front of me for last. Freaking retard. Hey, how did I turn down?
Well, we made it 2 laps before slurs are thrown out there.
Go back and watch the damn replay. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you.
Oh boy. Hopefully Barrett survived that. I know he was starting in the back, so he probably had to dodge it in some form.
Behind has just done a 28.92.
Now, I'm technically in last.
Uh-oh. He says he's in last, so that means he was probably caught up in it if those guys wrecked. But we're just going to have to focus on what's going on up here. Can't worry too much. Wish them the best of luck, but we are just going to have to think about what we're doing. And right now we are holding on to the lead. The 3's charging forward, though.
You're in the
I do
lead.
think he's probably going to want to
29.03.
try to attack us early. Be interested to see if dirty air, how that affects the handling of these cars.
I didn't even think that I touched it there.
Might make this track
I didn't
position
feel
even more
anything
important
going
for
on
us.
there.
Getting some good rotation through 1 and 2. They're side by side back there for third, it looks like, and that lost them some time. It's another thing I'm glad I'm not having to deal with right now, because you can lose a lot of time being side by side here at Darlington.
You've just done a 29.06.
Feels like it's rotating decent as you exit 2, if you get the right angle, but I'm still trying not to push it too hard, because I know I could get myself in a bad spot sometimes when I start throttling up too much on the exits, thinking I'm getting it rotated, when in reality I'm just putting more and more pressure on that right front. I try to learn from my mistakes. I try. Does it happen? I don't know, but, you know, I try. Right now, got that 0.6 second lead right now for the guys behind us. I know the faster way through 3 and 4 is using that higher line, but I don't know if that's going to be the best on the right front.
Last lap was a 29.1.
Kind of just taking that faster line and maybe being a little easier with it at the moment. I hope that's going to be enough. Do I have all-time optimal up? I do. I need session last lap. There we go. Do something seemed weird.
Was 29.41.
Try to remember to do that before the race, but sometimes other things are happening and I get distracted. That 3's reeling us in a little bit. The thing that's really going to decide this for us, I think, is are we going to be able to maintain our pace well enough while still keeping the right front from wearing out too bad. That's going to be the difference in whether we're able to pull this off. Right now it's looking like the 3's catching up, but is it because he's picking up his pace? He's going real high line here in 3 and 4. Like, I feel like that's got to be hard on his right front, right? You would think so, the way iRacing's tire model works. Like doing that big sudden lift off in the middle of 1 and 2, I feel like that gets the car kind of pitched in the direction you need it to go. It kind of helps get it up to the exit without putting too much steering wheel in it. He's getting close behind us, though. I really do not want to end up side by side if I can avoid it. Looked like he was lower in 3 and 4 that time. Kind of turned it down a little bit early there. I think we're okay. How is that line feeling? That's so much slower than last lap. I don't think I can justify doing that, even if that would end up being better on the tires. Losing a 10th every lap doing that instead just doesn't seem worth it to me. Ugh, he's catching up. Tried that lower line that time.
The lap time was at 29.71.
Cut down too early there. That was bad. Not a good set of corners. That line's really working for him in 3 and 4. He's kind of entering middle-ish, it looks like. I think it's really working for him. Better 1 and 2 that time. That feels faster, but it ends up kind of equal out by the time we get to turn 1, at least the way I drove it. Maybe it's worth it just to give him some more dirty air if he tries to do a lower entry in 3 and 4. I don't know how much dirty air is going to matter here at Darlington, but I know it's a decently big thing at other tracks in the new ARCA car.
Okay, Colton, lap times are pretty consistent.
Ooh, I think he had a moment back there. I really need those guys to fight side by side if possible. That would really help me out. Oh man, the 2 though, he got by cleanly after the guy behind us had an issue, so that's not what I needed to see. I needed a battle behind us. We're not even halfway through this race either. I will say the car's turning better than I expected. It feels like it's getting on the right rear a little bit as the race goes on. Now we need the 4 to make a mistake, just like the other guy. Give us a little bit of breathing room.
Sorry, 10. I got 8 shifting lanes up here.
I'm almost tempted to break the draft on these straightaways with how strong the draft is in these ARCA cars, but I don't know if that's really worth it. Start swerving around, messing up my entry to the corners and stuff. Got a little bit of a breakaway. 3/10 back to the 2, but behind him. Almost a second. That clean air might be important to have.
Matty is pitting from position 20. We should come out a little way behind you.
I'm actually very pleasantly surprised how well it's getting on the right rear at this point. It feels like when I'm getting on the throttle later in the corner, it's actually rotating pretty well.
That's good consistency. Keep it up.
I never touched you. Are you dumb?
Yeah, but I don't see how that's relevant right now. We'll see all the accidents later in the race, the wreck report, whatever you want to call it. After the race is over, see what happened out here. I imagine it has a lot to do with being side by side in these corners, if I had to guess. It's usually what causes problems here at Darlington. Ugh, that was not a very good 3 and 4. Starting to rotate a lot through 2. I'm almost having to do a little extra counter steer so it's not getting too sideways and we're not just losing time sliding through the corner.
There's a car leaving the pit lane.
It was a better exit on 4. We got half a second behind us. But still a lot of race left to go. Also got to be very certain not to get into the wall. That would kill us. Got a guy coming out of the pits. Hopefully he doesn't have like much better tires or something and comes flying up. That would be unfortunate. I know they don't give you a set of tires in this series anymore, but sometimes just having those couple of fewer laps can make enough of a difference where lap cars start fighting you for the
30.18.
positions, and it's just a huge headache. Ooh, easy now, getting kind of loose.
Alright, Colton, that's good consistency. Keep it up.
Yeah, I really got to watch out for 4-tire slide because as we're losing grip in the rear tires, it's wanting to grip up less and less on any of the right sides. And then suddenly you start feeling like you're drifting toward the wall and there's not really much you can do about it, so I'm going to have to stay out in front of that. Let's cut the deficit down a tenth behind us.
That last lap was at 30.23.
Bit smoother there, but it was slower. Gotta be really careful. That was also very close.
I know,
Just done
buddy, you don't have to
30.23.
explain it to
All
me.
it's gonna take is one mistake like that that's gonna lose this for us, because as soon as we get the wall and lose all the momentum, he's gonna come flying up here. He's only half a second back.
James is pitting from P18. Looks like he'll come out just in front of you.
Got on the brakes a little bit too hard on entry there, and that got us sideways on entry. That was
Ten to go.
not
Next
smooth
time.
at all.
The next car is 1 lap behind.
Oh, he's getting closer. Don't like that.
Terrible how soon as you waste your tires and then you hold everybody else up, and then that's how we race.
Uh-oh, he's .2 now. Not what I like to see. Alright, better 1 and 2.
Okay, Colton, there's a car exiting the pits. Heads
Better
up.
3 and 4. No, pretty much equal.
Lap times are pretty consistent.
Oh, he's here. His tires are better. You can tell. He's about 1/10 behind us at this point, and he's blinking. Bad corner. I'm losing grip in the right rear as well. Cut down too early.
Inside. Stay high. Still inside. Still inside.
You've just done a 30.71.
Still there. Hold your line. Clear inside.
Oh, we're gonna hold on to it for now. Holy cow, that was not easy. He'll be back though. We've got 5 to go.
5 to go. We're great spot for some hardware.
The heck? Did he just... What happened?
Took up.
Where did he go? Did he just get loose in the middle of the corner? Where did he go? No clue what just happened. Well, shoot. I guess I saw in the rear view, it looked like he went way down low. I thought he was just letting the guy get past him. Or something. But now he's gone. Okay. I mean, that improves our chances exponentially. But I'm not really sure how that occurred.
The gap's now 1.00.
I hope he feels I raced him clean. You know, it was very close, and I couldn't just give it up, obviously, because this is the race for the win. Very, very strange. Is he back there still? He's in 4th. He must have just had a moment.
2 to go.
Come on, Colton. 2 to go. Stay focused. We can win this. That's good
Not at
consistency.
all what I
Keep it up.
expected to happen. I thought he was going to be back for sure, and we'd be fighting for the win here. Ricky Craven, Kurt Busch style, but suddenly I'm feeling a lot better about my chances. We're coming to the white flag.
Real nice work. This is the white flag lap.
I'm hoping the 21 will be nice to us and just hang out back there.
One more lap to go. Stay focused. Your lap time was 30.
We definitely got to see what happened to him though, because he was right there, and I thought he had better tires, or more skill, or both.
Good way to hold on to it. Dang it.
Hey, that's a really good win. Thanks, great race. What happened to you,
Red Hall looks silly today.
to you, number 2? I didn't see what happened. You just disappeared from my rear view.
Shot me down the track.
Dang, that was good racing. I hope I gave you plenty of room when you're trying to get by. It gets tight here.
It was a little tight coming off of 2 when I was under you that one time, but like, I mean, that's just how it is here.
Yeah, I appreciate racing me clean. I know it's tough, so I hope I at least did enough to make it clean.
Yeah, I was just trying to shape up a move to get to your right rear in 3 and 4. It is what it is.
Yeah, great race, man. That was fun. Alright. So it sounds like he was trying to set something up to get a run. He said we were a little bit tight through 2, so I'll go back and look at that as well. 71-74 were our tires, so which isn't too bad. I'm actually very pleased with that, because a lot of times I can get on that right front much worse than that, and I knew that the track position was going to be very important. So let's, first things first, I want to go back, look at our side-by-side. Make sure that I gave enough room. I'm going to look at it for sure. So that was key right there, not letting him get clear. Get through 1. I was clear of him in 2. Was he talking about a different turn 2 situation? That's the truth. Well, we'll see what happened to him as well. Oh, just shot down the track on him. That's what he was saying. So he just... Oh, gets the wall, shoots down the track. Yeah, I didn't see that happen. Dang, that sucks. That's what I was saying. I was worried was going to happen to me. Just all it takes is one time getting into that wall, and it can ruin your chances. So I think, yeah, that was our only time side by side. I had a couple of bad corners that really brought him to us. Here, I think it's the next lap where he gets there. Oh, was this what he was talking about? Trying to cut down. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was off pace pretty bad. I wasn't trying to block him or anything. I was just letting the pressure get to me, to be honest. To be 100% honest with you. Because I'm like, I know I gotta get cut down before he's able to get to my inside, or else I'm literally gonna hit the wall. Because if you can't cut down at a 2, it's really hard not to hit that wall if you're suddenly side by side when you're not expecting it. So I'm like, I gotta get it to cut down, but I cut down a little bit early and end up on the apron. So that was what I was talking about. Yeah, I know that was not a great moment for me there. But here was really important, being able to stay on his outside, because if he clears me there, I think he has it. I think he had better tires at this point. But I was able to keep my nose out there and then able to get clear through here. And there I was able to clear just fine, and I had a better exit out of 2. So that's why I was so concerned with that track position. I knew it was going to be really hard, even if he probably had better tires than me. I knew that it was going to be hard to make that pass if I could keep that outside. And thankfully, it worked out for us. I'm really happy, really pleased with that win. In such a strong field like that, absolutely. So we will look at the incidents now. That's next up on the to-do list. It really does take a couple of laps for the tires to come in. Lap 4 makes sense to me about whenever the car is best gripping up. And not that I was trying to hit fast laps or anything, trying to be smooth and consistent, but... Oh, shoot. This is whatever those guys were yelling about early, I think. You know, the 17 just kind of gets into the 14 there. The 14 was entering a lane up because he was very nearly on the outside, if not on the outside of the 18. And so he takes a slower entry into 1. And so that's what gets the 17 to catch him so quickly. And so he tried to cut below him, it looked like, but just not quite able to do it. Gets that left rear. And I think that was a legitimate hit. I don't think that was netcode. I think he really did get into him. And unfortunately, Barrett was right behind that. Has to check up for it. That's the one big negative about not qualifying in a series that doesn't have cautions, is you don't get that time back, even if they do actually wreck. And that just makes for some very disappointing races sometimes. The 5 getting into the wall. Let's see here. Oh, they had a lot going on. So it looks like they're exiting turn 2. Here, still very early in the race. They're exiting 2 wide. And so the guys in front go real slow. The 15 try to take advantage of the opportunity. They all kind of sorted it out. The 15 just got into the wall, and that nearly caused some trouble, but everyone keeps it going the right direction. Side by side again. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Like, I don't think anyone in the ARCA series, I did not expect anyone to ever lift off, you know. That just does not seem like something that was going to happen very often in this series. And then got guys running into each other. Yeah, 18 kind of just comes up, I think. I think that's probably on the 18. But the problem is, like, if you don't lift off and let a guy go, you're both losing so much time, even if you keep it clean. And that's why it's sometimes easier just to let a guy go and then get back single file so you're not both losing a bunch of time to the next guy. It's kind of like a risk versus reward kind of thing, I guess. I don't know if that's the exact term, but here we got some more. Oh man, they were absolutely brawling, it looks like. The 15 on the high side, the 14 coming up. Everything kind of normal there. 15's too far down the track right there, I think. It's tough because Darlington is so narrow, but I think the 15 probably not quite far enough up the track there. Like, he's got a whole lane, and I mean, obviously the 14 can accommodate for that if possible, but just not able to do so. I do think the 15's probably gotta be a little bit closer to the wall on exit when side by side. Oh, that was all netcode. That sucks. So the 18 trying to make a pass here on the 4. 18 did this earlier to somebody too, though. He's coming up a little bit too high in the corner, I think. So he's getting into the door of the 4. I don't think that should have actually caused anything, but to even provoke the netcode like that, I think I would call that on the 18. You got to give a little bit more room than that for the guy on the outside, I think. They're good there, but the 18 just drifts up too far, and I think once you're starting to cross like this line up here, and you're getting into the side of the guy, like, I don't think you can expect him to give much more room than that. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh no. That was... Holy cow. Alright. What happened here? So 2 wide through turn 2. That's never gonna work too well. It looks like it starts up here. Maybe the 18 getting a little bit of his own medicine. The car on the inside getting into him. That's on the 21. He straight up just pinches him into the wall. And then they get caught together. I don't know if the 18's turning left or if that's just pulling him that way. But then the 11, he's dragging the wall trying to get to the outside. And then bouncing off of it. So everybody's bouncing off of everybody. I think they would have been okay had the 11 just held it straight right there. But he kind of... I bet he was looking to his left and not paying attention to where the wall was. Just not holding a steady wheel. And then that's a big wreck. All those guys all trapped. Nowhere to go. Unfortunately, that's going to do it for Cletus McFarlane there in the 11. And the 21's got a broken car. I think you got to just stop moving, though. I think you could probably tell already, like, right here that it's broken. So you just got to stop. Like, what are you doing just keeping the gas in it going into the racing line? I don't know about all that. That seems kind of wrong. Is he just trying to finish a lap? No, he just stops anyway, so I don't know. Maybe, I don't know how this car felt. Maybe it wasn't behaving, but 19 getting into the wall in front of Barrett, and then he disappears. Did he hit an incident limit? There's no way, right? Oh my gosh, I think he did. 18x, yeah, he hit the incident limit. Holy cow. Yeah, there were a lot of... Wow. Shout out to Barrett, the other 0x in this race, with only a couple of guys that pulled it off. Bit of a messy one. Thankfully, we were able to be out in front of it, but... Yeah, the 19 must have gotten a 2x there, and that was one 2x too many. That made that pass easy for Barrett. And then that was it, so... We get the win! Heck yeah, that was awesome. I'm loving it. Definitely think that Q-Lap is what put us in the position we needed to be in to get that done. And from there, it was all about just staying out of the wall and keeping enough pace without tearing the right front off of it too bad. And even still, I think if we were a little less lucky, the 2 probably could have beat us. He definitely could have made another run at us, and it would have been a tough pass, but he did seem like he had a little bit better of tires. He might have been able to pull it off, but I wasn't going to go down without a fight. And thankfully I didn't go down without a fight, trying to fight him off that first time, because that ended up giving us the win when the 2 had to try to bring his pace up, end up getting to the wall a little bit. And that gave us the win from there. So that was awesome. All right. So now we will move on over to the race results page. Just give me one moment. Here we are. 86 I rating gained and a 4,500 strength of field. Just barely under 5,000. Would love to get above that if possible again. And we'll maintain our A499. 261 championship points. That's got to be one of the highest totals I've ever gotten. Like, that's pretty good. That's got to be up there with some of my other really good runs, because you win a race in a 4,500, gets a pretty good chunk of points, I think. So very, very happy with that. 13 gets the fastest lap. That is a very fast lap right there. Wonder how his tires were feeling at the end, or if he was able to maintain it well enough still. But where did Barrett finish? P13. Not bad at all, coming from P last, because he did not qualify, right? So he was starting 21st. With a track that's so hard to pass, getting 8 spots is not too shabby at all. So good run to him as well. And there are the rest of your finishers. 21 car race. So thank you for watching. We get the victory. That was awesome. I know I keep saying it, but I'm just pleased with my race results here. 3-way tie for the pole, and thankfully the gust of wind that we needed blew and helped us get that 10,000th of a second, because I do think that was probably the difference in the race. Can you call that a photo finish? If the photo finish was on the qualifying grid? I don't know, but that'll do it for this one. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy racing Darlington this week in the ARCA series, if you happen to do so. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next one.